I want to dive into the Movistar tactics that we saw on stage 9, though, because this is really leaving me with a lot of question marks for just who is going to actually win the Vuelta a España, because Movistar, on paper, I think that they should win it. Between Nairo Quintana and Alejandro Valverde, they have a winner of this race, but they can't seem to get on the same page. At some point in stage 9, Marc Soler was leading the race. Quintana was chasing, trying to get away from all the other GC favorites, and Alejandro Valverde ended up going after Quintana, and it's just this disorganization. I think that the reaction of Marc Soler when the Movistar directors told him to sit up and wait for Quintana kind of shows this the undertones of what's going on Movistar, where everybody only really seems to want to give 60% to their teammates, and they're still saving a little bit in the tank, hoping that they're going to be able to win on that day. And Marc Soler's reaction when he threw up his hands in disgust about having to wait for Quintana, I think just shows the dynamic on that team.
Yeah, I think if you look at the other favorited teams in this race, both Astana and Jumbo-Visma, everybody was sending climbers up the road early in this short, demanding stage in the Andorran Mountains, and it worked out for them. When Miguel Angel Lopez was off the front, he had Luis Leon Sanchez pulling for him and helping him establish that time gap. When Miguel Angel Lopez was off the front, Sepp Kuss dropped back and was helping Primoz Roglic chase down the riders ahead. But with Movistar, that was not the case. Soler was riding for the stage win and, not playing the team role. I think the mistake that Movistar made was they should have called him back a long time before, and he should have never been in that position to believe that he could win the stage with just 4 kilometers remaining.
Between Valverde and Quintana, if they ride cohesively together and ride selflessly and just say the team has to win, it doesn't matter which one of them wins, they should be able to topple Roglic. The two of them are strong enough in the mountains that they should be able to tag team him until he gets tired.
Yeah, I think Movistar needs to go all in for Nairo Quintana in this race. Yes, he's 3 minutes back. He's over a minute behind his teammate Alejandro Valverde. But Quintana is a rider that has shown he can go on the attack and take massive amounts of times in the mountains. Valverde is a much more calculated rider. He usually follows the wheel and wins in the sprint. You usually see him attacking in the final kilometer, the final 500 meters of a mountain stage. He's not a rider known for going on big raids in the mountains. Let's also remember that Valverde was in reach of winning the Vuelta last year. He was only about a minute and a half behind Simon Yates going into the penultimate stage, the final mountain day of the 2008 Vuelta a España. He ended up losing over 3 minutes, totally cratering and falling off the podium. Nairo Quintana has shown that he's a solid force in this Vuelta. Yeah, he didn't have a great time trial, but Movistar really should be riding for him, and I think Valverde should be working for him.